All right, so listen, I got a couple of things. Well, I got a lot of things that I want to get into. Let's start with the big thing, and then we can get into hockey and all that other stuff, okay?
Sure.
So the Alzner Foundation this year is working with and co-chairing the Make-A-Wish Wish Ball this year. So I went and was reading about all that. Dude, that's massive.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. When they asked us, to be honest, it was a little bit of a shock, but at the same time, a huge honor. Like we got to participate in it last year just as a guest, and I couldn't believe how great the event was. Definitely pulled on some heartstrings, and then ended with some stuff that's pretty uplifting. The fact that people are so willing to help out with donations and being a part of it, people that are there to fulfill wishes. It's pretty wild. So, yeah, we're pumped to be a part of it this year. And lucky that we were able to convince our friends, Braden and Brandy Holpe, to also co-chair with us. So makes it that much more fun.
That's awesome. And you know what I think back to? The softball game last year, whenever like a sign would blow over, Braden would go get it. Like you would just point, Braden, and he would run out. I imagine at the wish ball, like you'll be up there doing whatever you got to do and go like, oh, you need more water? Braden. And he'll just run over and do whatever you need.
You know what? I hope you're right. I know he's already said he's nervous to go on stage or doesn't really want to go on stage. So I'm still debating whether or not I try and put him on the spot and get him to come up there with Mandy and I or not. To be determined.
Hey, can I say this? And then I do want to get into more of it. The what you and Mandy have done with the foundation, like you two are really just good people.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I think what we're doing is just what we really enjoy doing. To be honest, it's like one of the things that we missed when we left Washington to go to Montreal, and then when we left Montreal to get out of hockey was that community involvement. So coming back to DC was part of the driving force for us, was knowing that we'd be able to get involved in the community and that there was lots of opportunity here, and hopefully try and use what little platform we have to do some good. So we're trying, man. It's a lot of work, but we're trying.
So I was looking through the site, right? The wishballmidatlantic.org. That's the site for the wish ball, right? So I was looking through. Here's what I like, and I know the actual event is next weekend, but through the site, people at home, and this is really smart. People at home can take part in both the silent auction. Like normally you go to one of these events, right? And the people that are there, they're the ones that can take part in the silent auction. And they're definitely the only ones that could take place in the live auction. But I like how this has been set up where people at home can take part in both the silent auction and the live auction. That's really smart to me.
It really is. It's something that we're gonna steal probably for our events as well, because it's nice. You do so much work to try and get some of these packages donated, and then although this event is big, there's going to be 800 plus people, so you do get lots of eyes on it. You can get thousands of eyes on it, which in turn hopefully means more money raised for the foundation. And this is the Wish Ball's biggest event. The goal is to try and raise just over $1.5 million. I think $1.6 million is the goal in one evening, which is lofty, but with 469 wishes waiting to be granted just in the Mid-Atlantic area, you kind of have to have a lofty goal. So I'm pumped about it. We were able to help secure a couple of cool packages. One of them is, if anyone watches The Voice, it's a Team Michael Bublé hockey jersey that he gives to his
dude, that's cool.
Teammates.
Dude, that's cool.
We got one of those. Very, very cool. Signed by him. So I may actually end up bidding on that one. So I think that's pretty cool. Some of the live auction ones, there's a package to go to Vail, stay in this unbelievable apartment in Vail. There's Anguilla. There's a Sweet Nats package, but this one, I personally have a soft spot for this because it's Caps related. But so for 4 people, we're going to go to the rink and have dinner. Me, Holtz, and 4 guests. Then we do a little arena tour. They get to watch the game, and then they will get a meet and greet with current Olympian and hopefully soon to be gold medalist Tom Wilson after the game. So it's a pretty cool package, and the fact that you can have an opportunity to bid on it without actually being there, since the event is sold out,
right,
is pretty special, I think.
Yeah, no, and that's the other thing that I was going to say is that, like, if somebody were like, oh, so the event is next weekend, the event is sold out. Like like, what'd you say, the 800 and some odd people that could actually go to the Hilton, that's already sold out. But that's where I think the genius part is being able to do it all from home. And and Karl, you'll know this better than I will. For the live auction, you don't have to be sitting in front of a computer on Zoom, like on a big screen yelling. Like, you would go in and you would put in what your maximum bid is, and it will work its way up from there. Now, they're not going to go right to your top number right away, but that way you're involved in the live auction as well, where you don't really have to just sit in front of your computer and keep going, no, me. That part's taken care of for you.
Exactly. You don't have to dress up in your tux and sit in front of your computer and just sit there and wait and pretend that you're there. You can just set it, forget it, and you're participating. So it's a very well thought out strategy there. I'm hoping that we get lots of participants that are still willing to at least contribute, that aren't at the event. There's one other thing, Elliot, that I think is pretty cool.
Golden ticket. Please say golden ticket.
Golden ticket. That's it.
Dude.
The golden ticket.
Dude. It is. You want to talk about stealing something? I will. The golden ticket. This is genius. So right on if you go to wishballmidatlantic.org, right on the front, there's a little gold bar, and it's the golden ticket. So you click on that, right? It costs you $100. It costs you $100. Listen, I know $100 isn't nothing, but for $100, are you ready? You get a 7-night stay at any Hilton property in the world.
In the world, yes. That's not your Hilton down the street. That's in the world. That's like including their Waldorf properties, their Conrad properties. Those are big ticket items. So for $100 to have a chance for 7 nights there, it's pretty wild. I'll be buying a golden ticket, that's for sure.
I bought one yesterday. I bought one last night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Get the golden tickets.
And by the way, also they have, there's different, I don't want to say different levels of Hilton, but yes, like you said, the Conrad is a Hilton brand. Like, they have all those, but it's anywhere in the world. So Europe, like France, Greece, Italy, the Netherlands, the Mediterranean, Japan, Macau. I've always wanted to go to Macau. Why wouldn't I go for free? Right. Singapore. Like, it's everywhere. That's a great get. That is a great get.
It really is. It just goes to show you, the brands, the companies in this area that are willing to step up and donate things like that. You just can't say enough good things about Make-A-Wish. What they do is so cool. If you ever have an opportunity to go and visit their headquarters and see some of the stuff that they've done, and like I said, how many kids are still waiting for wishes, it's really, really nice to see the businesses in the area really step up to the plate and do good like this. So yeah, I'm pumped about it. It's a great thing to get behind.
Hey, Karl, can I ask you this? Like, going back to your playing days, whether it was here or in Montreal, and like, we see them pop up on TV from time to time where somebody's wish is to go, skate with Ovi or meet Ovi or get a stick from Ovi, or, like, I'm trying to think like who that would have been in Montreal. But from a player side, I'm sure that you saw stuff like this where a child would come through and it was part of their wish, or to attend a game, or whatever the case is. Is it different? Like, you would see it, and I'm sure it's very impactful as a player, but to be on the other side of it, of like hosting it and putting it together, is it that much more impactful?
Yeah, I think so, because we're getting more details on everything that goes on behind the scenes, right? We've got to meet some of the Wish families, the parents, and hear the emotion and see what they've gone through, and to understand how much this wish granting process means to them. Just, you only imagine how helpless you feel in that situation, and then you get a group of people coming in to give you a little reprieve from what's going on, and see how happy and appreciative they are of that. And it really goes a long way. And that's originally how I got hooked up with the organization is there was a kid that came by, wanted to be a wizard for a day, and he did that, and then hung out with us for a little bit in the room, and me and him spent probably close to 3 hours together, played some ping pong, and just stayed in touch over the years. And it was his family that invited Mandy and I to the wish ball last year. So it's really cool. You end up making some lifelong friendships. The players really enjoy getting an opportunity to hang out with the kids and making their day. It's all in all, it's a really good thing.
So you just hung out with the kid for 3 hours, just like he came walking through the locker room, and you're like, yeah, let's go play ping pong. Let's just hang out.
Well, yeah, I mean, he challenged me to ping pong. He was a tennis player, and I'd never say no to a challenge, and he was pretty good. So the games lasted long, and we ended up spending some time together. And he's a cool kid, easy to talk to, and yeah, we had a lot in common. Even though there was a pretty substantial age difference, we just kind of hit it off. And
like at the end of 3 hours, was he like, I wish this would end?
He didn't say that, but maybe. I was still laying down a few chops and some top spins, and yeah, he didn't have enough. He was thirsty for more.
No, that's great. Good for you. Good for you and Mandy. I'm telling you, the Alzner Foundation, what you guys have grown that into, I hope you two are proud of yourself. Like, it's really, really become a good thing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We are. We're happy with the way things are going. It's a challenge every day, every week to continue to build it and grow it. But that's what you do for charity and to help people out. So we're going to keep going. We're going to announce all the stuff that we have coming up. We got a golf tournament that's going to be coming up now, which we hadn't done before, but those are always tons of fun. It's going to be at my home course, Riverbend in Great Falls. So a really cool opportunity for people to have a chance to play there. And then, of course, swing into summer planning has already started, and hopefully we can have another great event and great showing this year.
Awesome. All right, hey, can we switch gears for a second?
Yep, shifting.
So you mentioned possible Olympic gold medalist Tom Wilson. I'm assuming you watched Team Canada and Tom Wilson yesterday?
I sure did. Yeah, what a sight.
Oh my God! I watched a recap of the game because it started early and I was still at work, and then I watched Team USA, and we'll get to that in a second. Team Canada, holy crap! Is that a fast, physical team? Even with all the skill they have, boy, did they look fast.
You know what? I noticed that too. I thought that was the thing that really separated them from pretty much all the other games I watched, is the speed that they played with. It just looked overwhelming. Like, thinking about it from a defenseman's standpoint, that would not be a very fun team to play against at all. I think there'd be a lot of thrown away pucks, but it was pretty cool to see. And I think it's just it's also good for Caps fans to just kind of understand and realize how special a player like Tom is. The fact that they put him with Celebrini and McDavid is pretty darn cool, and he kept up really good. He had McDavid had some great things to say about Tom after. He called him a forecheck god. So hopefully somebody makes a T-shirt that says "Forecheck God" on it, and we can start wearing them around the rink. But it was very impressive to see. Obviously, it's just the first game,
right? And
the teams are trying to figure things out. But that was a great start, very, very promising, and hopefully we get to see more from them like that as a Canadian fan.
Hey, and Karl, let me ask you this, and I don't know that Tom would ever admit it. But going into the selection for the team, Tom was one of those speculation guys, right? Like, he wasn't a Four Nations guy. And there was speculation, is Tom going to be there? Is Tom not going to be there? And because of Four Nations and all the fighting, everybody was like, well, that's his in. Well, there's no fighting in the Olympics. Like, you get eliminated. Like, it's totally different than Four Nations. So then they were like, well, that's not Tom's game. But people here know Tom's a goal scorer. He's a penalty killer. He's got a lot more speed. But because he's such a big physical player, everybody thought, well, that doesn't exist. So he was a speculation player going in. Would Tom ever admit, and again, I'm glad that he made it, and he certainly looked every part of that team, but would Tom ever admit that going in, he thought Cooper would go, hey, you know where you're going to play? Top line with Connor McDavid and Macklin Celebrini. So forget being a speculation guy. Top line winger. Go get him.
You know what? I'm not sure what he would say or how he was thinking about it. He's smart. He knows the game really well. So I'm sure it was probably in his head knowing that he would be a good fit with somebody like that. If you look at who McDavid plays with in Edmonton, he's got a guy like Zach Hyman, who is that forecheck guy, the energy player who goes and digs the puck out and can distribute it to McDavid and whoever else he's playing with. So it makes lots of sense. But at the same time, also probably thinking could be that third line, fourth line energy guy that's just going out there and mucking it up. But that's the brilliance of Cooper, right? Is knowing how to make those lines work and who's going to probably be good with who. And so you knew he was going to be, at least I knew he was going to be on the team. I think they needed that regardless of the fact that there's no fighting in the Olympics.
Sure.
When he's on the ice, players just speed up what they're doing because they're afraid of getting hit. And it's just the reality of it. Even players that don't play in the NHL know what Tom Wilson does. They may not know what some other guys do, but they know that Tom's going to come and hit you, and therefore you do things quicker than you normally would, and probably with a little bit less accuracy. So, would he admit that he thought he might play on that line? I have no clue, but I would assume that he knew it was a possibility.
Hey, I didn't see anything this morning before we started, and maybe something has come out later. Team Canada went with Jordan Binnington yesterday in net. John Cooper had already said that there'll be a different goalie for today. Have they said whether it's Logan Thompson, obviously ours, or Darcy Kemper?
I haven't seen anything officially, but I had heard that it was going to be Logan. So if it's not, then I guess I'd be a little bit surprised. But yeah, they're all good options. I think you need to have at least two goalies play in the tournament just so that they're prepared in case something happens. But I mean, LT has earned it.
He's been so good.
He has. He's got the best numbers of all the goalies that are there. You got to give him a chance. And for Caps fans' sake, I think it would just be great for his confidence too to get a game in the Olympics. To be where he is now from where he has been in the last few years, the start of his career is pretty remarkable. So so I'm pumped. Hopefully it is him that gets the game, but I have not seen anything official.
By the way, Tyler just pulled this up. A report out of TSN. They've got cameras there, obviously. Logan Thompson is the lone Canadian player. He's got his own net. So he's obviously, if that's the case, for morning skate, he's going today.
There you go.
Excellent.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, we'll be cheering for him loud.
That's great. Hey, and then did you watch any of the Team USA game?
I did. I watched the first two periods of it. I got.
As a defenseman, Karl, how ridiculous is Quinn Hughes?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. He's another forward out there. It's scary to see because he just looks like he's almost like got no emotion and he's just doing stuff and nothing phases him. When I say no emotion, I mean it in a positive sense, right? He's unflappable. And yeah, that's, I think the strength of the U.S. team is what they can get from their back end. And you saw that in spades in that first game. I mean, they had those two disallowed goals and didn't phase them. They kept coming and eventually broke it open. So I'm nervous about that team. I think they're like all teams. There's some spots to exploit, but when they're on, they are very much on. And so it's going to be a challenge. I really, really hope we get to see that game, Canada-US, and see how that shakes out, just because everybody, I think, is waiting for it.
Oh, sure.
But Hughes and the rest of that decor are they're extremely scary.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. And then one other hockey team that I wanted to mention before we get to the Caps, and people are getting to see them because of the Olympics. But listen, and the rivalry between the U.S. and Canada has been going on for years. But watching the USA women play is like it's like watching a clinic.
It's crazy. Oh my gosh, you want to watch high-level women's hockey, hopefully you're tuning into it because it's out there. And unfortunately, not enough people get a chance to see it. So it's great that they're on the big stage right now. That U.S. women's team is outrageous. Obviously, as a Canadian, you hope that Team Canada is going to find a way to really challenge them. But they look like they're playing on a different level right now. And if that doesn't get parents of of girls excited to get their girls into hockey, then I don't know what else will.
Oh, it's
Because,
crazy. I mean, they are
wild.
so goddamn good. All right, Caps real quick, and then I know I'll let you jump. Let's get to the Caps. So when the Olympic break is over, we're going to be pretty close to the trade deadline. Are we going to be busy, or is everybody just going to keep asking for Ryan Leonard and Cole Hudson?
I don't think that conversation's gonna stop happening. But look, it's tough. We haven't really seen the team at full power much this year with Dubois being out. So it would be nice to have had more time seeing him in the lineup. But look, with it potentially being Ovi's last year, you would really love to see them find a way to make a little push here and do what's necessary to do that. But at the same time, you also have to think long term for the future. And I don't know that you want to part with any of these prospects that they have right now, at least the ones that are the absolute top prospects. So I'm hoping that there's maybe a little bit of an attitude shift with the whole team, and they can kind of come up with a little bit of swagger and play some of that high level hockey. But this is why GMs have such a hard position. They have to take all things into account, and I do not know what they're going to do.
Oh my God, it's the only job I want. I'd love that job.
Well, you like the pressure then. I don't think I could do it with telling someone they're traded or
No. I have an assistant for that. I just want to do all the heavy lifting. I'll let someone else deal with the emotional part of it. That I couldn't do.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand that. Then in that case, yeah, it would be kind of fun if you didn't have to do any of that hard stuff.
All right, dude. Well, listen, more importantly, wishballmidatlantic.org. You can take part in the Wish Ball, which takes place here in D.C. Next week. But it's the event to go in person is sold out. But you can take part in the silent auction. You can take part in the live auction. You can buy a golden ticket, stay for free at any Hilton property anywhere in the world. Great event, Karl. I appreciate the time, and I hope you guys make a ton of money.
Thank you so much. I hope to bid against some of you in the live and silent auction, and thanks for having us on, Elliot.
Hey, you got it. Talk to you later, Karl. Thanks, my friend.